Every minute wasted on chasing every shiny headline, every twitch of a stock price, every fleeting market rumor. It's like drinking from a fire hose, drowning in noise, while the real answers slip through your fingers. Everyone's screaming about trends, quarterly earnings, the next big thing, but deep down, the smartest hedge funds, the ones that move mountains, are obsessing over something else. Something so simple, yet so powerful, it's practically invisible to the rest of the market. And if you don't see this signal, you're a passenger in a ship that's about to crash. Forget all that noise, because what really moves the needle, what sets apart the winners from the countless losers, is one single thing. It's the heartbeat behind every major move, every secret hedge fund strategy you've never heard about. It's the difference between guessing and knowing, between chaos and clarity. This signal isn't some complex algorithm or some fancy chart pattern. It's raw, it's pure, and it's brutally honest. It's the real-time flow of what the elite actually do with their money before the rest of the world catches on. Most investors get stuck in their comfort zones, their screens, their charts, their polished presentations. But the truth is, hedge funds don't trade charts. They trade the psychology of markets, the emotions trapped in price action, the subtle human behaviors masked behind ticker symbols. They chase the clues hidden in liquidity, where the money really flows when no one's watching, not the obvious volumes or the headlines, the stealthy footprints of institutional players. Imagine you're a gambler in a casino, but you only watch the roulette wheel spin. You bet at random, hoping to win. That's the average investor. But hedge funds? They don't just watch the wheel. They watch the dealer's hesitation, the player's body language, the slight twitch in a hand, as if reading minds. This one signal is exactly that, a kind of market nervous system, a secret pump that tells you where the sharks are moving before the ripples hit the shore. This signal is liquidity flow. It's the hidden river under the surface of every trade, the unseen heartbeat of the market. When big money moves, it doesn't shout. It whispers first. And those who can hear that whisper hold the power. Because liquidity flow reveals what nobody else sees, where massive bets are being placed, where institutions are quietly accumulating or unloading positions, where the real money is about to jump. This is what hedge funds obsess over day and night. They don't react, they anticipate. They don't follow, they lead. Now, the pain most investors feel is crushing. It's that heavy frustration of being stuck on the outside looking in, knowing there's a secret game behind the scenes but having no way in. You watch stocks move without understanding why. You make a call, and the market laughs in your face. You feel powerless, trapped in a system rigged to favor the layers of players above you. The real skill isn't in saving every single penny. It's in knowing when and where the real power resides, when to strike, and when to fold. The crushing truth is that even the smartest people, the ones with degrees, Wall Street experience, and fancy titles, slip into this trap daily. They invest, they analyze, but without the pulse of liquidity flow, they're navigating blind in a minefield. The market burns their capital because they're reacting to old information. By the time the news hits the TV, hedge funds have already moved on. They're not slaves to the noise, they're masters of the signal. So, how do you tap into this elusive stream of market life? How do you join the ranks of those who don't just survive the market but dominate it? First, understand that this isn't about blindly following data. It's about learning to sense the invisible currents beneath market chaos. You have to train yourself to read the subtle shifts in order flow, the stealthy movements hidden inside the bid and ask, the tiny gaps between trades that hint at upcoming storms or calm seas. That's where the edge lies. This means adopting a mindset beyond charts and news, thinking like a predator, not prey. It means watching tape without distractions, noticing every irregularity. It means rejecting convenience, those one-click apps that simplify markets into colors and lines, and diving into the messy, unpredictable reality behind it. It's about embracing discomfort, because the signal only reveals itself to those willing to live on the edge, to challenge the consensus, to be relentless. You can't learn this by following the crowd. because the crowd never has access to these signals. The liquidity flow reveals where institutions place their bets before anyone sells a share. You see the spikes in volume combined with subtle price hints, big buy orders sitting just out of sight, layered bids that build momentum away from the public eye. If you learn to see these patterns, you step into the hidden world where power is made and lost. You're no longer guessing, you're knowing. But here's the catch. No one hands this knowledge out freely. It's not in textbooks, it's not on mainstream platforms. It's the rare insights shared in quiet rooms, whispered between those who've paid their dues, faced losses, and learned that the market only rewards those who see beyond the surface. The people obsessed with liquidity are no longer locked into the artificial rules of traditional investing. They move fast, they adapt, they innovate. They don't wait for validation, they create reality. This is the exact gear shift the market has been demanding, because the old rules don't apply anymore. Information is instant and brutal. Algorithms rule, and only those who can read both humans and machines will thrive. Hedge funds, those titanic beasts on Wall Street, obsess over this signal because it's their lifeline. It's where the future prices are born. And if you can harness it too, you stop being a victim and become a force. All transformational investing starts by rejecting the comfort of mediocrity and embracing the grind of mastery. It means slowly peeling back the layers of easy explanations and diving into the complexity everyone else avoids. Liquidity flow is messy, unpredictable, and hard to pin down. But mastery of it turns fleeting opportunity into lasting power. This requires patience, focus, and the courage to stand apart from the masses who settle for safe bets and recycled advice. Within this challenge lies profound liberation. Once you begin to sense where the big players place their chips, you no longer react to the market story, you write your own. You're aligned with the real forces moving capital, not distracting headlines or false clarity. This is not about playing safe, it is about claiming your sovereignty in a system that's designed to absorb and silence you. By harnessing this signal, you reclaim power. Your will becomes your weapon. This obsession with liquidity flow means understanding synergy and connection, not isolation. It's about linking up invisible dots, crossing hidden thresholds between orders and executions, price and emotion, human and machine. It's where the radical edge of investment meets the realities of a fractured world that craves not just survival, but true transformation. Hedge funds obsess over this because they understand that progress comes not from following rules, but from rewriting them. This is the moment to stop settling for surface-level knowledge and embrace what's underneath. The market's real language is liquidity flow. It speaks in moving whispers that only the sharpest can decode. It's a secret, but not for those willing to reach beyond the herd, those who dare to become more. The pain of being lost in the noise, the frustration of missed momentum, the desperation of failed timing, all these vanish when you see the market's secret rhythm. So lean into that tension inside, the restless hunger that says you were meant for more. Because the market doesn't give power to the passive. It gives power to those who move with precision, who refuse to live a borrowed life of fleeting signals and lagging indicators. This one signal, the flow of real liquidity, is the doorway from reaction to creation, the gate between average and exceptional. No shortcuts, no easy answers, just relentless pursuit, deep focus, and the readiness to outthink, outfight, and outlast. But once you cross this threshold, everything changes. You don't just invest, you become the pulse, the wave, the force that others scramble to catch. This is the obsession worth your every second. This is the key hedge funds guard with their lives, because it's the difference between being a small fish or the shark that owns the ocean. If ready to trade the comfort of the obvious for the power of the hidden, to connect with the rare intelligence that moves markets rather than being moved by them, then the gate is open. Step beyond the illusions. Tune into the flow. Find your signal. Because once you do, you don't just watch the future unfold, you make it.